everyone, it's Anne from Anneliese's Creations. I'm here to do My Giant Life 2018, and this month's prompt is My Giant Sunshine Day. Celebrate you, the bright spot in your life. What do you like about yourself? So I'm gonna celebrate my bright spot in my life, which is we've moved. And yes, initially it wasn't quite such a bright spot. It was sort of a melancholy bright spot because of the fact that we moved from our home of 17 years and moved out of state as well. So that has been an adventure and a lot of changes. And you know, if you're a creature of habit, kind of like I am, change can bring on, if you suffer from anxiety like I do, it brought on major anxiety, which I worked through. I was very proud of myself that I worked through my anxiety and that things were, you know, kind of difficult to get to this point. And I am in my new home. You've seen me in my art studio in previous videos, and today I am working on an 8.5 by 11 piece playing card. God, I can't speak today. And I've already gessoed it, and I always like to leave one of the numbers kind of showing through so that I know that it's a playing card, and also that it's the second month of the year, so this kind of helps me keep track of the dates as well. And I sketched out a sun and then cut it out off camera so that I wouldn't bore you to tears, because you've seen me do this before. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write out what I like about myself, all right? And then I'm going to keep working. So enjoy my process as I hope that you will enjoy my process as I go through this. I don't know why I keep saying enjoy my process, because for all I know, you might not enjoy my process, right? And for those that do not like what I do, because I've noticed lately I've gotten some thumbs down, okay? But if you're gonna leave me a thumbs down, instead of just giving me a thumbs down, how about give me some constructive criticism? Not something mean-spirited, but tell me why you don't like my video. What could I do to improve it? All right? Because I've been getting a lot of quite a few thumbs down, and it seems like, I don't know, somebody doesn't like me. And you know what? Frankly, I don't really care. I'm at the age where I don't care if somebody doesn't like me. I'm going to still keep doing what I'm doing, because someone will like what I do and maybe take away something positive from their creative experience and from learning from me as well. So that's the way I think about it. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy my video. Thanks for watching. So I'm using some acrylic paints, and I'm going to be using them in different shades of blue. And I'm using a gift card or old credit card or something to scrape across the paint. So kind of gives it a cool effect. In this section here, I'm taking a makeup sponge Now a little bit of a darker blue hue and using it around the edges of the card to kind of create a little bit of depth around the card. Alright, so in this section here I'm using a stencil that I'd created using my Silhouette Cameo cutting machine, and my tip for this is not to load too much paint onto this makeup sponge, because sometimes when you do that it tends to go through the stencil and smear it more, and so the less paint that you apply to your makeup sponge the better in applying paint through a stencil. Alright, so I'm applying some washi tape around the number 2. I figured it kind of would look good around it. Adding some yellow, some bright sunshine yellow, since this is my giant sunshine day. Alright, and so yeah, so there you have it. Alright, so now I'm taking the sun that I had drawn up and cut out of some watercolor paper, and now I'm using some fluorescent type colors of acrylic paints to apply to paint my sun in, I should say. And I'm using a makeup sponge for that, and you'll just see me blending in color to make it look very sunshiny and bright. So I hope you enjoy my process. Thanks for watching. this section I've used some puff paint, and I used it on the card and I had forgotten to turn on my camera. I had walked away for a minute and then forgot to turn my camera back on. But anyways, so I'm using some more puff paints to add some little dimension to the card and just some extra bling kind of stuff. And I'm also going to apply some of it to the edges of the sun to just give it some oomph to it, I guess. And after that, I'm going to add some glitter because, of course, I have to have some kind of bling to it. So I hope that you enjoy the rest of my process. Alright, so I'm going to glue on the sun using some Aleene's tacky glue, and then that's pretty much it for this, for my day, for my creative year. And if you haven't already checked out my creative year, I'm posting a link to the group down in the description box below. And thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Toodles, have a wonderful day. Bye.